Ever feel like you need like a translator just to understand what the heck everyone is talking about with AI?
Yes.
1 minute it's algorithms, the next it's neural networks.
Right.
Honestly, it's overwhelming. And what about actually like using AI?
Yeah.
Today we're going to unpack how one trainer takes the mystery out of AI
Okay.
and puts the power into like people's hands.
And that's the key, isn't it?
Yeah.
Moving beyond the hype and buzzwords to like real world application.
Exactly. We're doing a deep dive today into some excerpts from the Gaplak Text podcast,
Okay.
where they were discussing this IT trainer, Remzi Maljard.
Okay.
And he's making waves by teaching people how to actually like use Microsoft's AI tools.
Interesting.
Not just the what, but the how.
I'm intrigued. So many times we see this disconnect, right?
Yeah.
People get excited about the potential of new technology, but then the actual learning curve feels like a brick wall.
Totally.
What makes Remzi different?
He focuses on hands-on learning right from the get-go.
Interesting.
The podcast hosts were raving about his Power Platform training,
Okay.
where people build their own AI-powered apps like on day one.
This is where things get exciting.
I know.
There's a reason why we remember things we've done
Right.
far better than things we've just heard about. Active learning, applying knowledge immediately. That's how our brains are wired for real comprehension.
So true. It makes those Learn AI in 24 hours online courses seem pretty laughable, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is about building real skills.
Right, right.
They even talked about how Remzi uses AI-powered invoice processing as a teaching example.
Now, that might not sound flashy, but think about the implications.
Yeah.
By showing how AI can tackle something as, like, mundane as paperwork,
Yeah.
he's instantly making it relatable to, everyday work.
Totally.
And that's crucial for overcoming any apprehension people might have.
It's like, if AI can handle that tedious task I hate, what else can it do?
Yeah.
Suddenly, it's not some abstract concept. It's a tool to potentially make your workday way better.
Precisely. That shift in perspective is often the biggest hurdle to adopting new technology.
Yeah.
It's about highlighting the practical benefits, not just, the theoretical possibilities.
And he doesn't stop there. The Gaplak Text host mentioned he covers everything from building AI-powered chatbots to integrating AI with systems like SharePoint.
Wow.
This got me thinking, what can't you do with AI these days?
It seems Remzi's approach is less about teaching specific software
Right.
and more about giving people a framework for, understanding and applying AI concepts broadly.
And here's a really cool part. He's empowering people at all levels to work with AI.
Interesting.
You don't need to be a coding whiz. The podcast specifically mentioned his work with Azure AI services,
Okay.
which apparently lets you build machine learning models without needing to code.
That's what we mean when we talk about the democratization of AI.
Right.
Azure AI services are essentially pre-built AI models.
Okay.
Ready to be used and customized,
Yeah.
even if you don't have a background in data science.
Okay, so no more excuses about needing to be a tech genius to grasp this stuff, right?
Right.
But knowing how powerful AI can be, how does he keep things from feeling overwhelming,
Yeah.
especially for beginners?
It's all about building confidence alongside competence.
Yeah.
Remember that Gaplak Text anecdote about the company using power virtual agents to create their own chatbots?
Yeah.
That kind of success story speaks volumes.
Totally. And it wasn't just about, checking a box. They
Yeah.
were excited about it, finding creative ways to streamline their work.
Yeah.
Even having some fun in the process.
Absolutely.
That's got to be a huge win for any company culture.
Technology should be empowering, not intimidating.
Right.
The Gaplak Text hosts made a point of highlighting how Remzi emphasizes discussion and brainstorming in his workshops.
Okay.
It's not just a one-way information dump.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
You can hand someone the world's most advanced toolbox,
Right.
but without guidance and encouragement, they might never build anything worthwhile.
Exactly. It's about fostering a culture of experimentation, of learning by doing,
Yeah.
and feeling safe to ask questions.
Yeah.
That's where the real magic happens.
It reminds me of that quote, "The best way to predict the future is to invent it."
Yeah.
Remzi's approach seems to encourage that inventive spirit, using AI as the building block.
And the most inspiring part,
Yeah. What's that?
it seems he's proving this isn't just for tech companies or data scientists.
Yeah, okay.
The Gaplak Text podcast mentioned him working with everyone from marketing teams to even a construction company.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Construction. That's pretty wild.
I know, right?
What were they using AI for?
He's suggesting it came out of
things like
nowhere.
Power BI
What we subsequently
dashboards
learned
and
is it
Azure
may have
AI
come from the former
to
president or his legal
optimize
team acting
their,
in bad faith. This is
project
deep fake
management
example of
workflows.
what is possible
Apparently they
with
saw
powerful
significant
computer and
improvements in
editing.
efficiency
It took
and
around
cost savings.
72 hours
See,
to
this is
create
what
this
gets me
example
fired
from
up
scratch
about
using
AI.
extremely
It's not
powerful
some
GPU.
abstract concept
It could be
limited to
improved with more
Silicon
computing
Valley.
time, but
It's a
90% of people
tool with
cannot tell the
potential
difference.
to, like, revolutionize how we work across all industries.
And that's a key takeaway, isn't it? This isn't about replacing humans with robots.
Yeah.
It's about equipping humans with incredibly powerful tools to do their jobs better, smarter, and more creatively.
It's like we're all getting our own set of superpowers.
Right.
Okay, maybe that's a bit dramatic.
A little bit, yeah.
But you get the idea.
I get it.
We've been focused on Ramsey's work.
Yeah.
But the Geplakte text hosts seemed to hint at a much bigger picture.
Okay.
They kept using the phrase future of work.
Right.
What do they mean by that?
They're acknowledging a fundamental shift happening right now.
Okay.
AI is no longer a futuristic fantasy. It's actively reshaping industries and redefining what's possible in the workplace.
Okay.
This isn't just about learning new software.
Right.
It's about adapting to a whole new paradigm.
And that probably sounds intimidating to a lot of people.
Yeah.
We hear all the time about AI replacing jobs.
Sure.
But what about the flip side?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
The Geplakte text hosts proposed an interesting counterpoint.
What's that?
They argued that by making AI more accessible,
Mm-hmm.
like Ramsey is doing,
Yeah.
we're actually empowering people to thrive in this new landscape.
Okay.
Instead of being replaced by technology,
Right.
they're learning to leverage it to their advantage.
So it's less about humans versus machines
Well, I
and
agree.
more about...
Humans with machines.
Okay.
A collaboration, a partnership.
Now that's a future I can get excited about.
Me too.
But how do we get there?
Right.
Is everyone expected to become like an AI programmer? Not at all. Remember, we're talking about democratization.
Right.
It's not about turning everyone into a coder.
Yeah.
It's about, understanding the potential of AI and having the tools to use it effectively,
Right.
no matter what your profession.
And that's what's so exciting about this whole shift.
I know, right?
Imagine a world where, like, doctors can use AI to diagnose diseases earlier,
Right.
where teachers can personalize learning plans for each student,
Wow.
where architects can design more sustainable buildings.
Yeah.
The possibilities are pretty much endless.
It's mind-blowing when you think about it that way.
I know.
We often get caught up in the anxieties about job displacement, but what if AI could actually free us up
Yeah.
to focus on, like, more meaningful, fulfilling work?
Exactly. The Geplakte text hosts called it rehumanizing work.
Mm.
AI handles the repetitive, data-heavy tasks,
Right.
allowing humans to focus on creativity, problem solving, and like building relationships.
I love that rehumanizing work.
Yeah.
It's about leveraging technology to enhance our human capabilities, not replace them entirely.
Yeah.
But let's get practical for a second.
Okay.
For someone listening who's thinking, okay, this all sounds great in theory, but where do I even begin?
Right.
What would you tell them?
I'd say start with curiosity.
Okay.
What are you passionate about?
Yeah.
What problems are you trying to solve in your own life or work?
Uh-huh.
Once you identify those areas of interest,
Yeah.
you can start exploring how AI might be able to help.
Right.
There are tons of free resources available online,
Okay.
introductory courses,
Yeah.
even just experimenting with, like AI-powered tools you might already have access to.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
You don't need to become an expert overnight.
Right. Even just taking small steps to learn and experiment
Yeah.
can open up a world of possibilities.
Totally.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
Connect with others who are exploring AI.
Right.
Join online communities.
Okay.
The more we share knowledge and experiences,
Yeah.
the faster we'll all learn and adapt
Hmm.
to this incredible technological evolution.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation. We started off feeling a bit lost in the AI jargon,
Yeah.
but thanks to this deep dive into Ramsey Mailjar's approach,
Yeah.
we've uncovered some really insightful takeaways.
Absolutely.
It all comes back to the power of demystifying technology.
For sure.
Ramsey's hands-on, application-focused approach not only makes AI accessible,
Right.
but also helps people embrace it as a tool for positive change.
Absolutely.
It's not just about what AI can do,
Right.
but what we choose to do with it.
Exactly.
As we wrap up, I'm curious,
Yeah.
what's your biggest takeaway from all this?
Mhm.
What's like the one thought you want our listeners to walk away with?
The future of AI isn't predetermined.
Okay.
It's something we're actively shaping right now.
Yeah.
Through the choices we make, the skills we develop, and the ways we choose to collaborate with these incredible technologies.
So to our listeners, as you go about your week, keep exploring.
Yeah?
Keep learning. And keep asking, what if?
Yes.
Because the future of AI is less about robots taking over.
Right.
And more about humans and machines working together to create a brighter, more innovative future for everyone.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI.
Okay.
We've got links to the Glaplack Text podcast
Cool.
and some of the tools and resources we discussed in our show notes.
Great.
Until next time, keep those minds curious and those imaginations firing.